Yeah, I got like last episode. I made a classic. Ooh, cranking one early. Let's go. Cranking one early. That's not the word I meant.
Cracking
Cracking
one early.
Yeah,
that's a beverage. Cranking one early is dealing with a different
that.
situation.
I mean, I just can't work. Can't work without cranking a Diet Coke, if you know what I mean.
I don't, and I don't think anyone does, including
Diet
you.
Coke at 11 a.m., you savage. Wow.
I know. I just had some iced coffee too, but this tastes really good.
Holy shit. You're going to be tweaking.
I got some stuff I got to get done today.
I am enjoying a... You ever have these? Spindrift? Hashtag ad?
No.
This one's
never
tea
seen that
and
in my
lemon.
life.
So it's like an Arnold Palmer sparkling. They make a good a grapefruit one. It's been my beverage of choice for not drinking for the last 2.5 weeks.
Interesting.
I do have an oral fixation.
Well,
That's mostly what drinking is, I'm learning. I mean, it's that and then the alcohol. That part of it I liked a lot.
It's mostly an oral fixation and the sensation you get in mind-altering effects of alcohol.
I'm wearing a golf shirt today. More to come.
I've confused my priorities. Isn't it supposed to come to me? Yes, this is how it's meant to be. Every little thing flashing on a screen.
Golf. Yeah. Touchdown.
Dude, imagine we get that Diet Coke sponsorship.
But the spout doesn't match how the emblem should go. Like the spout,
I know,
like
it never does, right?
No. So it's like in commercials, guys are going like this, but it's like.
Ooh, this one though. This one matches pretty good. Spindrift.
Ooh. Oh yeah, they know.
The only downfall, I have one complaint about Spindrift. They come in packs of 8, which is fine, but they don't have like the holster to put your hand in. You know, they don't have the little wallet.
Is it
hand
the finger
wallet.
plug? Is it the bowling ball holster?
Yeah, it is.
It
is.
Yeah,
but it's kind of hard to carry for like 12 minutes. Like, you know, you got to grab it last, which is, you know, whatever.
Well, blame the fish in the sea. We all used to have those 6-pack rings, but then that was deemed social, you know, ecologically irresponsible.
I will blame them. That's why I've been destroying them lately.
The fish in the sea?
Yeah, the fish in the rivers. Caught me in big fishing? Smallie yesterday. A nice smallie. Caught a bunch of perch last week. Been on the kayaks. This is what happens when your life isn't... I mean, you cut out the drink. You got to find stuff to do. I haven't killed any of them. I wouldn't even know what to do.
Right. I'm going to eat you. But because I know nothing about how to prepare you, I'm going to let you back in the water.
Do I have time to watch like 12 YouTube videos when I get home before I deal with this perch? And plus, it's like, you know, I'll just catch them for the fun, and then I'll just go to the grocery store and get the perch that's already ready to go. Makes my life easier.
Exactly. The lazy pescatarian.
But I feel like I'm you at work right now. I am rocking the polo. Is this what it would be like? Your insurance, you're bad at insurance customer service. Here's how you get better.
That's basically 40 hours a week for me.
Yeah.
Do more better. You're not good at this. I was good at this back in my day, blah, blah, blah. And I tell stories about me.
Yeah. I did get selected for the Wegmans summer golf team.
Oh,
we do have a foursome going out to Meadowbrook Golf Club, whatever, in Weedsport, New York.
So do you compete against other grocery stores?
I don't know.
I don't know. What is that? Wait, what does that mean? What's the division that Wegmans is in?
I don't know. I think we just sponsor it. The Syracuse division does. So since we're the closest, they're like, hey, anybody want to go to this golf thing? And I'm like,
oh, so you get free golfing?
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
But it's like best ball. And I'm like, all of a sudden now I know who's in my foursome. And it's like a couple guys who are older than me that probably have like really new clubs. And my clubs are like 25 years old. I'm like, it's okay if my clubs are really old, right? Like, I don't have the newest technology.
Can you show up in like old like golf uniforms like that we see from the days of yore, like 20s and 30s golfers, like with the big poofy ball on top and like lots of argyle?
I should, even though it's going to be like probably 85 degrees in August. Just have a
sweater. It's for comedy. Grow up. Pants. It's for comedy.
Yeah. I got to bring something to the table because I don't know if my golf talent is there. The only thing I can think is I have $100 to to blow at Dick's Sporting Goods, and I might get like a nice refurbished putter since mine has like little scratches and stuff on it, so I'm not like a total, I don't know, just like golf loser. But I can be good. I'll be honest, I can be good sometimes.
My set of clubs was ordered online back in like 2017, I think, or 2016. But before that, I had two friends that loaned me their old golf clubs that they didn't use anymore, and I had a combined set from two buddies of mine that I used for a couple of years because they wanted me to go golfing with them. So I bought my own clubs, and it was like, I paid like $200 for a set of clubs a few years ago. But
I mean, it's fun. I mean, I'll definitely go out. My dad's been getting back into it. It's one of our bonding things, so I've been enjoying it. But I'm like, do I have 3 months? 3 months for golf tryouts, basically, is how I'm picturing it. Like, I got to get in shape. Like, I'm wearing this shirt. It's going to get me in the mindset.
Sure.
I haven't really, I've swung a golf club like 4 times so far this year. Like, I'm used to playing, like, when I would go with friends in Texas, we play, like, we call it soul golfing, which means you just kind of play how you feel. Like, you put your shot wherever you feel like it should have gone. So, like, we'll play best ball, but out of our 4 shots, we still don't have a useful one. So we'll like, here, this is what we'll do. Okay. Since we didn't have one that we want to use, we're definitely not hitting out of the bunker. Who wants to do that? That's not why we came out. Let's all throw a ball, and then we'll take the average of the 4 and just drop it in between there. And then we'll shoot from there. You know? That's how we play.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, we're like, okay, well, you can have an extra mulligan on the front 9. It's like, oh, that one, but that one doesn't count because I didn't hit it right. I get to choose my mulligans after I hit it.
Right.
Like,
there's stuff that's not. It's so bad. It's not even mulligan potential.
Yeah.
It's automatic resets, and then slightly above that are mulligan opportunities.
And we used to play. I mean, complete degen golf, especially like when I was around 30 years old. This is when like hydration wasn't even part of my life. I mean, barely.
Right.
But we would go.
It was more centered around dehydration.
Yeah, the Texas heat. I don't know how we were alive, but we would go out and drink those. Like if we got a birdie, like a team birdie, we'd each shotgun a beer. Like, you know, full on, like, you know.
Sure.
So, or do a shot. And then it turned into Limeritas. Remember those? The Bud Light.
Bud Limeritas?
Like, yeah, I think they're still around. But it's just sugar, complete.
Oh God!
I mean, even like
it's
they
jungle
were like
juice,
little cans.
jungle juice in a can.
Yeah, but then we'd start basically shotgunning those after a birdie. Of course, the way we play, we get a lot of birdies. So by like after hole 9, the front 9, we were just crippled, but not drinking any water. Like the beer cart girl would come around and be like, "Yeah, we better switch to like Bud Light or get more Limeritas."
Right.
Hey, let me put a hot dog on this. That'll really help. But just somehow like getting home and falling asleep at 6 p.m. and just sleeping for 12 hours at least, like on a chair, on a lazy boy.
Right.
Like missing calls. I remember my buddy missed a call from his girlfriend at the time. His phone was on him. He just passed out from Limerita.
Yeah.
But that was golf. Tank top it. I mean, didn't even, you know, just jean shorts. It was a good time. So that's my kind of lineage of golf. And now I'm playing with a kid named Zach, who I don't know too well because he's like the morning produce guy. But he's like 6'4". Apparently he's like a stud. I'm like, hopefully we can use one of my shots every few holes.
Well, Mr. Zach, are you going to call him like Mr. Zach?
Mr. Zach?
Yeah, because you're like, Mr. Zach, I'm hoping that at some point I will just have because this is how I used to contribute when we would do best ball with like fraternity golf outings and stuff, is just like, well, I'm hoping that when it comes to chip and putting that I just get a solid go at it, because I know my drives and my fairway play is not going to be ever used, and I literally might as well not do it. So a lot of times I would just concede and be like, let me know when we're starting to use wedges and putters and I will jump in.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I just need one memorable shot from the day. Like, let him be consistent. I just need that one long putt or that one like closest to the pin chip, and then it's like, oh yeah, remember that shot that I did?
Right. Exactly.
That shot that I did. Typical golf lingo. Remember that ball that I hit?
Yeah.
And that'll be it.
Doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working.
I'm gonna say that a lot. I'm gonna come packed with every golf quote.
Probably too much. If I had to guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring probably a lot of. I'm gonna bring all the happy quotes that I can think of. Try to use them.
Ooh, I was gonna say you could wear a Bruins jersey, but
I wouldn't have to talk about that.
Maybe that's too soon.
It is too soon. I think I've quit. I'm retiring from sports fandom. That was my initial feeling. I can't. I feel like I got cheated on. Like I know you get cheated on, but that's the feeling. So I'll say it. This is the first time I'm going to verbalize it for people listening. The Bruins got eliminated from Stanley Cup contention in the first round in a Game 7 overtime loss, and they played like shit for the series. They played like 2 good games out of the 7. They didn't deserve to win it, and it's real hard. It's real hard to watch. I gotta imagine it's probably like having a kid who like you study with all week for the spelling test and they get like a 20 on it like every week. And just like we did this all the way. You just can't. You just are so bad. It sucks to watch this happen.
This is the penance. This is the price you're paying from the 07 Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Giants winning.
This is the price you're paying because the Giants overcame the undefeated Patriots. Mm-hmm. So they gave you that. And then you circle back and you give up this.
It's hard. I mean, I just was watching. I watched all the way to the, I mean, obviously to the end. And I was in shock or whatever for like 10 minutes. I took off my jersey and my sweatshirt and my t-shirt, my 3 layers that I usually wear of Bruin stuff. And I just sat shirtless, sad on my couch, just going like, I can't do another season of this. I can't do it again. I can't put all the energy that I had into this. I'm like, I haven't even watched, honestly. I haven't watched any of the games, any of the other games. I don't even go on ESPN. I can't follow any sports right now because it's like, I feel scorned. I'm just like, I can't. That's why I keep going fishing. I gotta go.
That's why I fish. I just
gotta go on the kayak. It's like
I'm fishing and golfing now. Why? Because it's sports around me. It's revolved around me and what I do.
It's about around my athletic prowess. Oh, it hurts so bad. It shouldn't. And I'm like, I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay. But it was just like, I don't think I can get myself back up to watch another season of hockey like this again. Like, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see that bringing a Bruins jersey. I might do that just for the fun of it. It's a Happy Gilmore thing. It's not a Bruins thing.
Right. Exactly. Well, that's something good on the horizon that's sports based that will help the healing. Yeah, baseball's been tough. Yankees they actually have a game. They're actually 1 game over 500 as we record this, but
they still got like 130 games left. Right?
They do. But the problem is they're
right now
1 game over 100 and they're in last place in the division.
Which
makes it
difficult. It's a tough division.
Yes.
So what do we need to do? What do we need to do as a squad, Jeff? Give us Yankees a pep talk. What do we need to do?
Get healthy and upper management looking in your direction. You need a better strength and conditioning coach. There's no way that half of your roster should be injured, and stop giving them tons of money for them to get injured.
Now, I've been kind of like a fair weather Yankees fan, especially I've paid attention to them more coming back up here, but it seems whenever I check in, they're perpetually injured.
That's correct.
In baseball, I mean, I get any athletic endeavor you could do. You could get hurt walking, running, any of that stuff, but it seems like the same guys are injured all the time playing baseball just by swinging the bat.
And they never used to be.
And that's part of the whole game.
Like Cal Ripken and, being the Iron Man and playing his, I honestly can never remember the number, like 2,100 some odd games in a row without missing a game. And literally, I think the longest active streak right now is like 190 games that guys have played. Like,
really?
So people never used to get injured. People are getting injured more. How? Medical science improves so much decade to decade, yet these guys are more and more feeble. And then you have guys that are playing hockey whose faces are exploding and they go off the ice for 2 minutes, run to the back, come back out with like staples in their face, throw their helmets back on and then play. Like, I don't understand. it's so weird. Like I never know if it's like, are you injured or are you just not feeling no pain? Like, I feel like as soon as there's any inconvenience, players are like, I'm injured. I can't,
Yeah.
because I'm not perfect. My arm has a little boo-boo on it, so I can't go out there and play.
Yeah. Like my hamstring hurts. It's like, welcome to being 30 and over.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like
Like,
it's gonna hurt forever.
yeah.
It's just the
So
way you
you
live now.
might not, so like what? Your speed to first base might be like 0.2 of a second different and it might hurt after. Yeah, congrats. You're aging. Like, relax. Play the game.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a celebrity chef or whatever, being rich and just still being hungry. It's like you don't have to cook at all. You have good food for you all the time. You should be wildly healthy, nutrients fed. These guys have like ice baths, like the most state of the art gyms. They have trainers,
Right.
massage dudes, like
Right. How are
everything.
you not
Massage
feeling
dudes,
well?
hot dudes with massages. I mean, everything you could possibly want,
Huh, this took a turn, but
including massages
yeah,
from hot dudes.
yeah.
Did I mention that?
Well, yeah, you did. You did a little bit much, but yeah, I don't understand how you can have everything going for you and be like, I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready. And what do you do when you're hurt? It's not football. You don't need to like go to practice and like watch plays. You don't have to talk about this, that. When it's baseball, you're like, if you're not physically conditioning and stuff, what are you doing then? And if you are physically conditioning, you're like, well, yeah, we're spending still a lot of time in the gym. Go out and play. What, are you insinuating that the gym work you're doing is less intense than that act of you like swinging the bat and then jogging? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, 95% of the game, baseball players really are just standing.
Yeah.
I think they should bring back. Do you think they're embarrassed to be in the field or the infield and like stretch, like lunge? I'd like to see more of that. Like, kind of like
Right.
like how little league kids sit out there and just keep moving, and just like look around.
Oh, I would
like,
love
do a
if
lot of
pro
this.
guys did that.
Yeah, that'd be way more fun. Said they just kind of stand there, cool. A lot of this with the glove.
Yeah.
Just waiting, stretch it out, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, let's limber up.
You know what? Baseball is one of the few sports, and they've actually, I think there's been discussion. Some teams have requested permission from the MLB to not have their managers wear uniforms. That's right, folks. If you're not familiar with it, the managers of the baseball team, aka the coaches, wear uniforms with numbers on them.
No
That's
matter
what
how
it is.
old
Sorry,
they are.
the teams are seeing if the managers cannot be designated a number. Which, why are they designated a number? They're literally not on the roster. We don't need to identify them. They're the guy that's 60 years old and not playing the game. Like, but imagine like Andy Reid going out for the Chiefs Super Bowl, running out of the tunnel, wearing a Chiefs jersey, pads and everything, but then holding a clipboard. That's what baseball thinks
like
makes
it
a
in
lot
that
of sense to
context, yeah.
do. Hockey, you get dapper dudes wearing suits. That's the way
Yeah.
coaches are supposed
Bond
to look.
villains.
But managing it, yeah, Bond villains galore. Slicked back hair. Oh, it's so greasy.
Yeah.
Like mullets and stuff. But like, what if the coaches were coming out on skates? And they're like, yeah, let's go do this. I'm part of the team. Like, it's kind of like trying to relive the glory years. Like, I'm just one of the boys. You're not.
Because in baseball, it's just always been done. If you try to change one thing in baseball,
Oh my God.
you have a chorus of old
Baseball
dudes
purists,
being really,
man.
really mad
You have
about
someone
it,
who's 80 that's like, first off, is if you ever listen to sports fan radio, people call in and they give their resume when they call in so that they can build their credibility for their stupid
Really?
answer. Because people will be like, yeah, hey, listen, I've been a Giants fan for 38 years. And I'm like, oh, well, 38, what do you got for me? Like, but then they're like, Eli Manning is dumb. I'm just saying, like, he's not like good. Like, so, if he were not as good as he, and the stupid radio host just let them go. And I'm like, you need to drop this call. You need to drop this call. I'm like, please stop.
They just need to fill airtime.
Right. And it's awful though. It's mind numbing. I love sports talk radio, but I hate people calling in. And I have thought about calling in and I've done it a couple times, but a lot of times I stop myself because I go, Jeff, no one gives a shit about
Dude,
your
you don't wanna be
stupid
that
take.
guy.
Yeah. No one gives a shit. And if you stumble through your words, you're going to hate yourself forever.
Also, I bet just getting to know you again, you probably would have like a very neutral gray area take. It's like, yeah, it hasn't been playing well. I'd like to see this change. It's like, that's not a hot take.
Nope.
Like you really,
Nope.
nobody
Because
wants to
I'm too
hear
objective.
your average take.
I'm too objective. It's not average. It's just like, yeah, to be a good sports writer, and especially in the day of internet and Twitter, to be a popular and important and relevant, it's weird. To be a relevant sports writer, you have to have hot takes that don't, it doesn't matter if they're right or wrong. You just have to have strong takes 110% in one direction.
Yeah. I think he should be fine. Actually, you know what? I think somebody should strangle him. I'll say it. Somebody should murder him, poison him. He doesn't deserve to be alive like that.
Right. They're like,
you got to lead.
they're like, because he
that.
missed that shot at the buzzer for halftime. Yes. That's 100% it.
Really ruined.
Yep. I'm thinking about killing his children. Like, I've got the addresses right here, putting it up on my Twitter account, send death threats to this like address. Like, guys are going to just start committing more and more sports analysts until it just turns into chaos. Like, someone's going to murder someone else just for part of their take.
And you come back the next day, be like, I said some things yesterday that I want to apologize for. I'm sorry you feel that way. Okay.
Yep. All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
Love it.
We haven't talked about this.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Should we get to our 3 words from last week?
Yeah, sure. Why not? That's good.
I was thinking about something else, but I was like,
this is where we would play like a clip, like a small 5-second clip for this segment of when we like, like a tune. We should need like a 5-second tune or something like that helps us with our words of the day.
Oh, words of the day. Words of the day.
Daily talking about 3 things words that were randomly generated today.
Words of the day.
There it is. Clip it.
Dude, that's pretty perfect.
Yeah, that's single take. Single take. That was it. So you'll hear that every time, every episode now. So all right, good. We have a song for that segment.
Somebody wants to produce that for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put some music behind it.
Not it.
We had print, parking, and stuff. Stuff's like the worst word. It's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. Like, here's the Wheel of Fortune category thing. It's like,
yeah, man.
Is it everything?
Dude, that's 100%. So here's the thing, and that I actually have.
I know I'm talking to a
connoisseur have stuff wheel
of Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. That's what I was going to address.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, swear to God. So,
all right.
Yes, I am a wheel participant, but for those of you that don't know, the final category, when the winner of the regular game is played, they get to select the final category now. And people will still select thing. Stop it. It's not categorical. You have literally allowed them to put up whatever the shit they want.
With infinite words.
You have no focus of your mind of like, and it's so important. It'll be like things around, it'll be like, in the kitchen, artist and song or thing. And people are like, I'm going to go thing. Why? Why are you doing that to yourself? And then the same person that's like, okay, I need 3 consonants in a vowel. Z, Q, J, and sometimes Y. Can I use Y for my vowel? Like, stop it. You got to stop. You got to be better.
Can you do a sports talk breakdown of Wheel of Fortune nightly? That'd be fun. Get taking calls. Be like, yeah, I think Stephanie out there, she really dropped the ball. It's clearly an A. Clearly had to buy an A there. I don't know what she's thinking with O. I don't think we should have her back. I mean, I know she won today, but I think you got to bring in some new blood. Check. There's some game shows out there. Maybe start pulling from The Bachelor. I think we need to start looking at the minor leagues.
Mm-hmm. A big low.
She's not ready for prime time.
Check the tape. Now look at how little she's reaching for the peg. She needs to be going down 3-4 more pegs, giving the wheel a solid spin. The problem is she's just not getting enough oomph behind it. So it's going to fall short. That's a solid
like C- SNL sketch.
Yeah.
To just like
absolutely
put like a Stephen A. Smith doing the night after on Wheel of Fortune.
So yeah, and I do have the credentials. I have solved 3 Wheel of Fortune puzzles with no letters, just based on what I'm seeing.
You can't just say that
for the blank letters and the category. Now the problem is
you have a witness.
The most recent one, yes, 3 different witnesses.
It's like a hole in one thing.
3 different witnesses. One with my mom when I was growing up. One with my buddy Steve when we were in college, and then Caitlin, another one. Now, what's weird is I don't remember the one I had with Caitlin, but I do remember the other two. One was fictional character, and the gray letters came up, and I just blurred out, I'm like, Felix the cat.
What?
5, 3, and 3.
What?
Then the next one was artist.
How did you get?
I don't know. My
Felix
mom was ironing. We were down in the basement.
I'm gonna need.
I can remember it vividly.
Sharon to attest.
Yeah. Next we have Steve in college. It was artist and song, and I got Elton John's Crocodile Rock. That was the whole puzzle.
If it said Elton John's Crocodile, I wouldn't have been able to finish that.
So here's the thing. It comes up and they give you the apostrophe, obviously. So you're like, okay, if it's artist and song and something has an apostrophe, the letter after the apostrophe is going to be an S.
Mm-hmm,
so, okay, it's the possessive. So now the first two words are going to be the artist or a name. And so I'm like, okay, 5 and 4, that's probably a name. Elton John is someone really famous. So that one came to me pretty quick. And then the last is 2 words. And the first one's very long, crocodile. So like, you're just doing that in your brain really, 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 really quick before anyone spouts out a letter.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
Yeah. I mean, plus you're a crossword guy.
I am.
Right? I mean, so damn, dude, congratulations. I do need witness accounts, but I will believe you for now.
All right, that works.
That's impressive.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it's something to really hang my hat on. I've tried to apply for like Wheel, but theirs isn't like a test or anything. You just have to like submit something to them, and it's so bad because you have to like now, because they're so chintzy, they're like, submit a 20-second video of like telling us about yourself and why you should be on Wheel. And I'm like, fuck my life. I'm like, do I ham it up because they just love dingleberries on there? One woman this week goes, Pat introduced her, and he goes, yeah, and you do something weird with your family? And she's like, yeah, my family is so wacky. We make our own words. And then she goes like Zip Zordiac, and literally just spouts that out. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, if
Pat still not get excited though, he's like, all right.
Oh, dude, he's so awesomely passive aggressive because he's like, I don't care. I make millions of dollars and you people are all idiots. Like, I love how backhandedly mean he is to people because they deserve it. You're acting like a complete fool, and people use really weird like adjectives to describe their family because that's all they tell about is like, I have 3 scrumdiddlyumptious children at home, Kaylin, Aiden, and Bergonzo, and my perquacious husband Zachary is in the audience. And then they show Zachary and he's like, Gah! Like it's the same thing all the time. Or old ladies, I have 14 grandbabies, Billy, Bobby, Jimmy, Annie, Blanca, Chun-Li, Ryu, Black, Blue, Silver, and like, just, it's so stupid. I hate it, but I love the principle of the game. So like, I watch it because I want to challenge myself and I enjoy it, but everything else about Wheel of Fortune drives me freaking insane.
What's your favorite video game version of Wheel of Fortune?
Ooh, I think the generation that nailed video game simplicity and didn't try overdoing it with like graphics and stuff. I think the SNES Genesis realm nailed games like Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy. Oh, PS3 Jeopardy is probably the best video game ever for like game shows. But dude, yeah, I
people
think
going like,
yeah, right.
The simple claps.
Yeah, I want the puzzle. That's all I need from this game. You can make stick figures. I don't care. I don't need graphics to be good on Wheel of Fortune.
It's fun to feel the pressure of like having to find the letters to type in too, but you don't type. You got to use the controller. And you're like, oh shit, dude, wrong letter. I got to delete. Where's the delete?
Yeah, because so in PS3 Wheel of Fortune or like Jeopardy, that was always good because it would do like predictive text if you started typing it. So that helped. But in the OG versions like SNES, you better be able to spell it in 20 seconds on a QWERTY keyboard using your janky controller, and you better spell it correctly. So like, good luck if you're not great at spelling, because the game's going to be like, sorry, dum-dum, that's wrong. And then they put up the right answer and it's what you put, but it had like one vowel wrong, like an A was an E. And you're like, that wouldn't be how the show would work. I would get credit because you don't have to spell it. So yeah, you had to be hardcore to play those games back in the day.
I wanted to tell a parking story.
Sure, please.
So this happened a couple times. So I have a 2012 Toyota Corolla LE.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty,
That's limited.
just a solid 4-wheel motor vehicle, front wheel drive, all of the bells and whistles, CD player, Bluetooth,
Good.
heating and AC,
It has
everything you can
Bluetooth
want. Bluetooth. I think it might have been one of the first generations of
in
Bluetooth.
2012. Wow.
Yeah. But it does have an auxiliary cable and a USB charger, so we're talking like 2012 high end.
Who's charging anything in 2012? Like, what? You're charging your iPod and then you're plugging the aux into it. Never mind. That's exactly what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's got an e-cigarette charger, USB. But it's like charcoal gray. It's very generic, and so I mean, I'm gonna put the fault not totally on me.
Mhm.
The first time I did it was in Austin. I was coming outside of an HEB, the grocery store there, and I just straight up forgot where I sort of knew the area where I parked, but I walked to a car that looked like mine exactly, and that one, I opened the door, and I recognized it right away. It's like, oh shoot, this is my car, but I didn't get in. But a couple months ago, I was coming outside. There's like a little strip mall in Auburn. It's got like Dick's Sporting Goods, Kohl's. You know Kohl's. Kohl's Cash Hound. And I don't know. I think I was coming out of Kohl's. I did like a couple spots, and I was like, whatever. I didn't find whatever I was looking for. Tier. But I walked to my car. I unlocked it, so I clicked the unlock. Beep beep. Solid. Open the door. Get inside. See on the dash. It was weird. All of a sudden, I saw on the front it had like one of those bug things on the the hood. Whatever, those plastic like in front of
Like
the car hood things.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, and then I saw World's Best Nana right on the.
And you don't recall calling yourself that.
Yeah, I don't even think I'm in the top. I don't know, 90% of nanas.
Wow. Okay.
But,
well, don't shoot yourself low, but
yeah, I was like, okay, I'm in the wrong car.
Mm.
And of course, I got out and I walked. So my car was where this car was parked. There was a van, and then my car was on the other side. So it just happened to. But what happened? That car that I got into also beeped. That's why. So mine beeped. That one, as soon as I hit, when I went to my car was locked. So somehow my car didn't register the key, but this car did. Like, it's timely enough. I hit the unlock. This car unlocks, but it's because there's an old lady walking outside a car.
Oh no!
And
she saw
me.
you getting into her car?
I didn't acknowledge it at all. I was just waiting for her to say something, so I just like got out of the car and walked around to my car.
What are the weird chances?
And I couldn't tell like if she was trying to like if she actually didn't see what happened,
yeah,
or if she was too scared to be like, what the fuck's happening to me? Or what? But I just went over to my car, got it, and just kind of sat there for a second. I mean, just in case she wanted to like come over, but she didn't. So I don't know if she actually saw me or not. It just happened to be the perfect timing.
She's not gonna come over. Like, an old lady's not gonna come and be like, "Sorry, were you in my car?" Because even if the answer is yes, what are either one of you gonna say after that?
I know. Yeah, just happened to happen. I felt really bad. I was like, I'm probably gonna have the police show up tonight. They're probably gonna check the camera footage of whatever my license plate is and show up to my house and think I was like,
it's the complexity, man. It's that whole like, you don't ever see a version of a car, but once you own that car, you see replicas of your car everywhere you go. It's probably just because your subconscious stands out, but literally white RAV4s I see all over the place. And yeah, I've gone to mine, to my Bizarro car in the parking lot so many times. And I'm really bad with parking. I don't remember where I park at all. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll happen. It's like, it's not even that many of my cars anymore because it's 2012. It's starting to feel old, though, to have a 2012 because, I mean, I've got a lot of people in my life getting 2023s, 2024s, even used cars now. You're getting like, 19s, 20s. So
yeah,
I don't know. I might be in the market here soon, but I don't really need it.
I've never bought a brand new car. I've been looking around, but I do want, because my car's working, so I'd rather interest rates drop before I get.
That's right. You were in the car market, huh?
Yeah, but I I like not having a car payment right now. That is a pretty solid gig with the car not falling apart and everything. But
That's true. I don't pay anything on my car. I mean, it's already paid off, so
yeah,
it is nice to not have to pay that. Printing.
big thing in 2023.
There's a relic.
The print world is thriving, if nothing else.
I hate that at work there's still things we need to print out and store in files and folders, and I'm like, why do we do this? This is just like somebody not pulling the trigger at corporate about going fully digital for no reason. I mean, you work from home, so you're pretty much all digital, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Scanners, all that. I don't even have a printer at my house.
No,
I mean,
I don't.
I guess you don't even for work. Yeah, all right.
No. It's stupid. Why? There's no value.
What about a 3D printer?
Huh? Oh.
3D printer. So those are probably going to be the norm. I mean, a lot of people have them already.
Yeah, but
I was trying to
have
think
you ever
about
seen
what I
what
would
people
make.
do? Like people will bring in, they'll like when I worked in like an office building, people would be like, "Yo, finally finished this thing on my 3D printer," and I'm like, "What the fuck is it?" They're like, "It is a Pikachu doorstop, and it took 76 hours for it to make, and it cost me probably around $600." I'm like, "Hell yeah, 3D printing, bro!" Like.
That's all I could think. I was trying to think of like what would be the first thing I made with a 3D printer? I was trying to consider everything in the world that you could make. And it all sort of revolves around video game accessories or like a mask, decorative things. Nothing really that functional. I don't even know what I would make. Like maybe a cup.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you wouldn't have to go to the store and spend an entire like $2 on a cup.
Mm-hmm.
You could just build a cup for much, much more and much, much longer effort. But you could, so that's good, right? That's using technology the right way to make things less efficient for us as humans.
Like everything you make with a 3D printer is just for like a YouTube video. So I could say like, yeah, I'll make a whole set of clubs based on with my 3D printer and balls and tees and everything, and then I'll show up and we'll video it, and everybody will go, huh.
And that's
Boom,
it. That's
video.
that's
content.
All. Yep.
Content. It'll cost me $10,000 in cartridges.
There's a Reddit subpage that I belong to. It's called DIY, but WHY.
Yeah.
And it's just people doing things in workarounds, but are actually substantially more complex than just doing it the traditional way. So it's DIY. It's actually very humorous because I'm hoping people are doing it on purpose to be backwards efficiency, to be less efficient with stuff. Because it's very funny.
Let's see if I can find one right now. DIY. Let's see if we can find a fun one. What does DIY stand for? I mean, come on. Come on.
Figure it out yourself.
These are so dumb.
Yeah.
There. So this, you guys are going to really want to jump on
that visual
to the video. Keep your duct tape ready in case of emergency. So they just put duct tape on the side of a tree. They're wrapping it around a hook to pull a car. Okay. I mean, that seems like a total parody, obviously. Can't reach your back. Girl trying to put suntan lotion on her back with soap. Oh. Now she's putting super glue.
I think it's like that 3D printing glue.
Way too much glue. Oh, this is hard to watch. What is she making?
She's making like a nunchuck connecting another bar of soap with the 3D printing glue.
This is okay. So this is the 3D printing. Perfect. This is perfect timing.
Right. And then
a handle.
Yeah, it appears to be
how long
making
does it take this to dry?
Handle. She connected like 5 pieces of soap with handles at the other side.
A scrubber side. And a soap. You know what?
Right. Instead of a loofah.
I'll say it. Little baby butt crack right there. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say that's kind of not maybe not the worst thing, but it's also it doesn't matter.
Right. Just
You know?
because it's not the worst, it doesn't, like, if you're not improving, was it necessity is supposed to be the mother of invention?
Yeah.
There was no necessity there. Someone already did it. We've been able, like,
It's a loofah. It's
it's a loofah at the end.
it's a stick with a
Yeah.
loofah on it.
I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Or you just let your shampoo go down your back with the soap and everything.
Boom.
And you're
Cleansing.
Fine. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. No one's sniffing the small of your back, and if they are,
Mhm.
that's weird. It's a little weird, but at least they probably enjoy you.
DIY.
So,
yeah, golf clubs. I'm gonna make some golf clubs.
okay,
It's like I'm gonna make. You know what I would really make is something so that I'm laying down in bed, I could just have my Switch held up just from the wall. Just there's probably something like that already exists, but just like laying flat on the bed, just being able to have the TV screen or whatever right above me.
there you go.
Just a monitor holder that goes straight above me.
Yeah.
Just because that you don't want to wake up with that neck pain. That would really improve the quality of my life.
Right. Yeah. It sounds like
really
a good
useful.
sleeping habit too.
DIY. Do you want to? I don't really want to spend too much time on it, but we never really debriefed about our COVID experiences. Is it more than like 15 minutes worth of conversation?
Ooh.
It probably would be, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it changed the entirety of our world and our lives.
Yeah,
in a
we
way.
could. It would change the landscape of Earth. But I bet we could sum it up in 15. No, we can do the COVID special. A lot of think of it like South Park had their COVID specials. We could have a COVID special next week where it's
let's do that because I was
COVID, all the time.
Because like in a way you could summarize it pretty quickly, but then I'm like, is it like philosophically is it a problem that we just summarize it now in like a few sentences, knowing it was like 2 to 3 years of our lives that just. It's like a time warp we all went through. And now I don't know when things happened. Like if it happened in 2018 or 2021, like no, all that time is a mash to me. And I don't know when and where.
2021's the really weird one.
Yeah.
Because like things weren't 100% on lockdown, but everything was still ish different. 2021 was, I think, the weirder and less definitive year.
Okay, so we'll save. Maybe we can do the next one.
Okay.
We'll do our COVID
debrief.
Experience debrief. All the emotions that were had, the games that were played, the walks that I took, the drinks that I drank, the jobs that I didn't have, all that.
Point of to bring up the Strange Fam. Got a nice message from someone from our childhood, from our high school that we graduated with. And he said, love the show. Absolutely remember the band trip story with the dress shoes. So he was very excited to share that with us. And some feedback is he thinks the episodes sometimes go a little long.
That's fine.
Yeah. So I get it. I told him I appreciate the feedback because it's always good to get feedback. Some of you are right. Some of you are horribly wrong. And I don't care what you think. But
stop listening to it then. Stop whenever you want.
I'll be honest with you. The easiest thing I thought is I'm like, yeah, I could easily make this show, in that like 40-minute range. We'll just cut out Matt's parts, all of it. So then it'd be 40 minutes, hardcore.
Okay.
Jeff talking.
Bitch.
And just, we'll just, now it'll be, now don't get me wrong. Pre-production, it's still you and I talking. What we'll do though is cut off we'll have a version of the podcast where it's just me and we just
download it and then
edit out all of your clips and then just cut all of the Jeff talking parts together. What do you think?
You can start making it so that one of us through the right headphone, the other through the left, and if you just don't want to listen to one, just pop out there to your bud.
And it'll be a sub show called Strangely Jeff, or maybe like Strange Individual, and we'll have two different versions. We'll have two sub versions of the show. We can have a Jeff version of the show, a Matt version of the show, and then the regular show, so that people who hate me can listen to you, and people who hate you can listen to me. And then we
do have a lot of haters. Hey, all you haters out there in our comments and stuff, make sure you smash that like button.
Right. We need a dislike
Smash
button.
the hate
I
button.
think this show,
You haters, you know the like button is also the hate button.
I think this show is a reason why people need a hate button. Listen, no, was it any press is good press? So like reviewing things with our HR department, I figure, and with the gang and marketing, I figure if our podcast can be known for being terrible and people hate us, that's good too. So maybe we start trying to go that route of maybe we lie about takes that we have so that people tune in and unknowingly tune into our show that isn't as easily hateable. Maybe we do that.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. So it's something, again, it's all marketing. It's marketing stuff. I went to school for this. So
see what people forget is that this is for us, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't care if anybody watches, honestly.
It's true.
I mean, when I rewatch this, when I put it together, I'm like, wish I didn't have to put this out. I don't have to. Sometimes I'm like, I wish I didn't say that. That's kind of stupid.
Oh God, yeah.
But it's like, you know what? I don't care because it's also this whole thing is kind of dumb and silly sometimes. And you know, why don't we just call each other on the phone? That'd be a lot easier.
That's what normal people do.
In, okay?
People have reconnected for ages without podcasts. Yeah. People have been able to pull it off. I don't know how. I've only read about it. I've only read about it in the papers, but
so it's cool that you guys are like getting back together and like kind of sharing stuff about each other and talking about, you know, whatever your anxieties are and your life experiences. But could you do it less? It's really annoying me. It's like,
well, and that's,
I mean, I know I clicked on it.
What's interesting is how is a conversation just going too long? If we made that 2 episodes, why would it be different? Just stop learning. Just stop listening. If you need it in 30, 40-minute increments, just listen to it for 30 or 40 minutes, pause it, and then start up another one when you're ready. And then you'll have 2 episodes when we only have to put out 1. So thank you, I guess. Thank you for doing the legwork.
Do you think people feel pressured to finish listening like they are in a conversation
in
real life?
So.
Like, you know how when you're standing next to a couple people and they're having a conversation, but all of a sudden you don't feel like you're in on that conversation. So you're just like, you're kind of looking for okay, I'm gonna
head out.
I get it. Yeah, I can't, you know, when it's a good spot, they're just waiting for that good spot, but we don't let you breathe.
I hope so. I hope people park
around.
I hope like people park at the store and they're like, okay, I have 6 minutes left. I guess I'll just sit here and listen. Like, I hope that's when people are doing, because I wondered that too, is I'm like, when are people listening to us? Are they listening? Is this a commute thing? Is there a segmented time where people go like, this is when I listen to the pod? I mean, because podcasts are, for me, when I listen to podcasts are really like when I go for a run, sometimes in the car, but it has to probably be a long car ride. I don't like short, succinct things because I do want to hang on to stuff. So I like podcasts in long car rides, and then very, very, very infrequently with video games, but nothing really outside of that.
I got to think we're a go to sleep podcast. So I think our strength is like, pop us on.
Are we a go
turn
to
that
sleep
TV
podcast?
off. I think we could be.
Yeah, because we don't talk about anything of relevance that you need to be paying attention to.
And then if you miss, like, if you wake up like 30 minutes later, whatever we're talking about, it doesn't matter necessarily. I mean, if you want the lore, you can have it, but we bring stuff up again all the time. It's part of our brand and our memories, memory loss.
Point.
We're like a lazy walk. We're not a run. We're not a running podcast. We're like,
we are not
I'm
a
gonna
running
go for a
podcast.
walk, and I'm gonna look at this bush. What is it manicured? Is there a bird's nest in there?
Like if someone's feeding ducks at Hoops Park, maybe we're a podcast for that.
Yeah.
Stuff like, okay. I could get down with that. So we're a lazy man.
Sure.
We're a lazy, very, very low-key podcast appropriate for walking and distraction and sleeping. We're a man, when you're not like calm app and a sleep meditation app, but you're bragging that you would be best to put someone to sleep who has trouble sleeping. That's a heck of a pedestal to place yourself on.
Yep.
But that's what we be, I guess.
I
But
think we're a good sitting on the toilet too long podcast too.
oh,
You know, if you're flipping through Facebook or whatever, toss us on. You know,
yeah, we'll help.
we're a good shitters clogged
There it
clogged
is.
pod.
Matt,
You know, you got to
Matt,
spend a few minutes
I
with that.
think that makes you 5 for 5
I know.
with the last 5 podcasts having to
And
do
that's
with
what you
poo.
call a segue. Someone did respond on the poo confessional.
Oh yes,
Said not poo related.
that's
wah,
a terrible
wah,
start.
But bladder related.
Okay,
Is it okay to pee? Is it okay to pee in the shower?
Ooh, thank you, listener. Thank you. Wow.
I say my take has always been no.
Mhm.
Even though I know it all goes to the same place, but it's only in my mind. And the reason is I had a girlfriend because she would want to do it. We were in the shower together. She'd be like, I got to pee. And I'm like, no, 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 I don't want to be here. And now I'm like, I got to think I've done way worse things or grosser things in my life. So now I don't necessarily care, whatever you want to do. But just if you're going to do it, can I be on the far side of the shower at least? You know?
Well, yeah,
Can I not?
yeah.
I don't want to.
If she's
Can I be
going to do
away
that,
from the
hopefully
drain?
she was moving towards the drain.
Mm-hmm. And that was probably the
Because
the
you don't
issue
want
with
to be
that.
downstream and have it brush up
Yeah,
against the
but you know,
insole of your foot.
I was in my 20s. I was wildly immature. I didn't appreciate a good shower pee, you know, at the
Mhm.
time, and I still don't. Mostly because I just pee before I go into the shower. But I could see it happening. I may have a
It
time
comes
or two
up.
in the past.
It comes up.
But I guess I'm pretty neutral on it now. But I'd rather not.
I
But
don't.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
I don't
Okay?
make it a point, but it happens from time to time. I
Mhm.
like to point the shower head towards that, like kind of like towards the corner to like make sure it's getting a good rinse, make sure
Almost like
nothing
a
gets on
urinal
the walls
effect.
of the tub. And then we have like a spray, like an after shower spray that is to keep a
Ooh,
healthy
okay.
shower, if you will. And so, you give that section a little extra spreads, but I don't make it a habit of it. No, but it absolutely happens. So like you said, it's not damning. Don't make a habit of it because bathrooms also come with toilets. So like if you have to go to the bathroom when you're getting in the shower and you're having that cognizant thought, don't be like, oh, I'm saving this one for the old shower. Like, no, use the toilet and then take your shower. But sometimes in the morning, if I'm in a rush and I don't think the bathroom, thing doesn't come over me, and all of a sudden the warm water hits and things get out of hand fast, sometimes you can't wait, and sometimes you can't you can't stop your shower and try to make it to the toilet. It doesn't make sense. It seems like it's the most complex thing in the world. Like if I don't have a towel at my disposal when I take the shower, so where I hang my towel isn't next to my shower. So if I don't grab it off the hanger, and like throw it over the curtain rod before I get in the shower, my life ends. I'm like, I can't reach it from the shower. I'm like, so what do I do? I'm like, do I have to like get out? Do I try?
You got to dry for 30 minutes. You got to shake like a dog and just wait till there's a critical mass of water that's off your body.
But then like the pad out, the drying mat outside my shower it's there to catch water, but not untowel dried water. Like, so I'll leave like big wet footprints on that mat, and that's like really bothers me. So like it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I have a lot of shower complications, but also keeping the dome fixed. Like you have to shave in the shower too. Sometimes. So if I don't have like my proper razor, or I need a new blade and I forgot to replace it after the last time. Yeah, man, showers are complex. There's a lot of thinking going in for being only awake for like 5 minutes before I hop in.
You know what I hate worse than shower peeing? And I don't know why. I've always had this complex about me
pooping
since I was a kid.
Oh, sorry.
Well, shower poop. If you're going to do that, always make sure to put the potpourri down, the poopery.
Don't shower. Don't poop
get yourself
in the shower,
a good like
folks.
cocktail muddler. Something like that.
Don't poop
Make
in
sure
the shower.
Make sure it all goes down.
No. What do you hate more
One
than
time I
shower pee?
pooped in a urinal.
Oh.
The sad part is it
Oh.
all went down. It was after a night of drinking. That's not true. That'd be terrible. Could you imagine? Somebody probably a shit in the urinal. That's neither here nor there.
That's going to be at sports
what's-
stadiums is where I could see that happening.
Yeah, right in the trough.
Yeah, absolutely. I could
Just the
100%.
Could see that at
I
Fenway.
could 100% see that happening at an like a stadium. What do you hate more than shower peas, though?
I don't know why. It's cringy to me. It's more like OCD. I wouldn't expect anybody else to have this feeling, but I hate peeing on toilet paper that's already in the toilet.
Really?
I mean, that happens once in a while. Somebody blows their nose or somebody wipes something or, tosses it in there but doesn't flush. I can't pee on the toilet paper. I don't know what it is. It's like, to me, it's the feeling of like nails on a chalkboard type feeling to me. And I don't know where it comes from. I don't like it. I mean, I can do it now, but I play a game. It ends up being a fun game where I'm trying to avoid it because everywhere you pee in the toilet, the toilet paper chases it. It follows it along. It wants to get hit. Wants to get hit by that pee stream, tossing dimes into the toilet, and it just wants to get hit. And I don't like it. I thought I was over it, but now I'm talking about it, and I'm not. I don't know why. I'd rather flush the toilet with the one piece of toilet paper in there, and just have a fresh bowl.
No. I'm aiming at that thing.
You are?
Oh, I'm sandblasting
ripping?
it, man. I'm power washing. Now I have a
All right,
target.
I'll try that.
Now I have a target,
All
and
right.
I'm like, you are mine. So yeah,
In the interest of growth,
yeah.
next time I run into that, I will try to put a hole in it.
Yep.
I'll hate it the whole time.
Act like that thing owes you money.
Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah, that's that.
Want to generate some? Do we want to generate words and try to incorporate them into COVID?
Oh, we could.
That's tough. The COVID's going to be the most important part, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. Keep the spirit alive.
Random word generator. Oh, I guess when you put up the screen, it already has a few words with it, but we'll re-roll it. We'll re-rack it. All right.
I don't want those.
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Harm, association, and sync.
Harm?
I mean, harm can work.
Yeah.
Sync. It's got to be sync stuff with COVID. Also, Victoria's Secret has 5 for 30 panties. This ad is relevant to me for some reason. All right, you got to watch the video for that.
Yep.
Those look like Tarzan underpants. That's why they're 5 for 30.
Yeah.
I'll check them out.
It'd be rude for me to not abide by the ad that randomly generated for my browser.
All right, friend, we're doing it. We'll keep it at a tight hour just so we don't offend any of the sensitive out there.
Turn us on and off at your leisure. We're not.
Yeah, you don't have to listen all in one day.
Listen all in one go. I get it. We can be overwhelming, but you know what? You do a lot of stuff that's overwhelming too. And I'll be honest with you. Lately, you've all been a bit of a pill. So why don't you take a step back and evaluate yourselves as well? Maybe like next time when you're talking to someone, you go, "I've already said what I need to say. I'm going to shut up now," and then try shutting.
Tell you what, strange fam or non-strange fam, I guess.
Yeah, strange enemies, strangers, strange enemies, strange enema.
Foes.
What?
Strange enema. Yeah, there you go.
Which ones are familiar? But
tell us. Send your own podcast and we'll review it. How about that?
Oh, burn.
We'll review your podcast on the air.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So why don't you relax and we'll do our thing and you can do your thing and listen to us do our thing if you want to.
Just so, yeah. And if you think we're being all high and mighty, we're not. I'm not proud of this, okay?
I am. Fuck you. Sorry. I know my mom doesn't like me swearing, but sometimes the strange fam, yeah, I love all of you. But that's why I'm being like this to you.
I barely share this. I almost don't at all. You found us.
Yeah.
You love us.
And I'm yeah. So if you don't want to listen, that's on you. We exist.
If we're the family you can't tolerate anymore.
Yeah,
see? Real family.
Exactly. It's strangely familiar, like that uncle that you stopped talking to years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't
we
matter. You can listen.
reconnected. You didn't reconnect with your uncle, so what do I owe you? I'm getting so confused as to what I'm even angry about anymore. But I feel like I'm getting wound up, and I don't need that. I have a lot of like yard work and stuff I want to do today.
Oh, nice.
And prep the griddle. Prep the griddle for the
Dude,
new
what
season.
a Saturday. What a nice little Saturday.
Nice little
Although
Saturday.
you're listening to this on Wednesday. As soon as it comes out, Strange Fam, we know you are.
I am
so don't
going
be
to
mad,
Home
okay?
Depot. That being said, God bless Bed Bath & Beyond as they are closing their doors and started their going out of business sale.
Oh, we had one like 10 months ago. Got so many candles.
Oh, yeah?
Some towels.
Good.
Take advantage.
I might actually go there today. You know what? Maybe I will go to Home Depot and Bed Bath & Beyond and make a little Saturday of it.
Let's do, on the next pod, why don't you showcase maybe one or two of your best finds from the Bed Bath & Beyond sale.
Okay, now I have to buy something just because for the show, for the sake of the show, because I'm dedicated to the show.
Oh, also, I know we never did that review of Cocaine Bear, but I think we know why we didn't, because it was...
Yeah, not much to talk
You
about.
just watch it, and it's not worth the review.
Nope. You should watch it and base your own opinion. Or the second best option is simply not watching it.
Yeah.
That's. I'm telling you, that's okay too.
Yes, it's not worth the discussion.
It's not.
It's probably worth one watch, and that was the extent of it.
That's called editing. We're prioritizing for you guys because don't want it to go longer than it has to.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Anyway, now I'm upset.
And we're